everyone, and welcome to our podcast. In this episode, we'll be talking about leading through words, the power of communication in tough times. I'm Dirk John Patrick Diao, your host today, and this is my good friend Ko joining me today.
Thanks, Dirk. Excited to dive into this. I'm cool.
Absolutely. Today, we're focusing on one key topic, the importance of effective leadership communication in crisis situations. We'll use the example scenario of New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern during the COVID-19 pandemic as our main case study. This real-world example highlights how clear, empathetic, and timely communication can rally a nation, build trust, and save lives. We'll break it down with the supporting evidence from studies and other applications.
So, let's start with why communication matters so much in leadership, especially during crisis. Research shows that effective communication is not just nice to have, it's essential for building trust and motivating people. For instance, a study on effectiveness communication resulted in effective leadership. Found that leaders who communicate openly see higher employee engagement and better outcomes in crisis when uncertainty is high poor communication can lead to panic or misinformation.
Right. And in Ardern's case, during the early days of COVID-19 in 2020, she exemplified this. New Zealand faced the same global threat as everyone else, but Ardern's approach stood out. She held regular press conference and Facebook live sessions, using simple language like be kind and stay in your bubble to explain the lockdowns. This wasn't just talk. It led to one of the lowest infection rates worldwide at the time. A report on crisis leadership examples praises her for showing courage, compassion, and empathy, which helped unite the country.
Exactly. Key area 1 clarity and timeliness. Leaders must communicate more rather than less, and sooner rather than later. In the Tylenol crisis of 1982, Johnson's CEO James Burke immediately recalled product and communicated transparently via media, turning an potential disaster into a trust-building moment. Studies from 50 years of leadership communication research show that charismatic leaders like this use stories and metaphors to convey vision and optimism, which Arden did by emphasizing collective effort. In construct, think of leaders who delayed like some during the 2008 financial crisis and how that eroded public confidence.
Good point. Another key area, empathy and acknowledgement. Ardern acknowledged fears head on, saying things like, I know this is scary, which made her relatable. A whole brain guide to crisis leadership stresses accessing facts while cultivating perspectives and acting decisively. But with empathy, to keep teams grounded in real life applications, this applies to businesses too. During the 2020 pandemic, companies like Airbnb's Brian Chesky communicated layoffs with empathy, offering severance and career support, which preserved reputation despite tough decisions.
And let's not forget consistency. Across channel, Arden used social media, TV, and even kids. Q&A sessions to reach everyone. Research or inspirational leadership and innovative. Communication links is the higher employee commitment and trust. In corporate scenario, imagine a tech firm hit by a data breach. Effectiveness leader would update stakeholder via emails, press release, and internal memos, aligning message to avoid confusion.
Totally. Supporting this, the Center of Creative Leadership emphasizes that communication skills deepen connection and drive innovation, even in chaos. Ardern's strategy also drew on core values like kindness and unity, which FMI Corp recommends for crisis comms in construction firms, confronts facts, encourage dialogue.
Wrapping up the main points in crisis. Effective communication involves clarity, empathy, timeliness, and consistency. Ardern's COVID response saved lives and boosted her approval ratings to over 60%. Propose other example, like Angela Merkel's steady updates during Europe's migrant crisis show similar results.
To close our insights, leadership communication turned crises into opportunities for growth by fostering trust and unity. Actionable advice for today's leaders: practice active listening, prepare crisis plans with clear messaging, and train in empathy. Use tools like role playing scenarios for tomorrow's leaders, study cases like Ardern's, and remember your words are your strongest tools.
So well said, Dirk. Thanks for turning and stay communicative.
Thank you for listening, and this is the end of our episode for today's podcast.